President Ann Weaver Hart was honored by the Girl Scouts with something sweeter than the club's famous cookies. Hart is the recipient of this year's Take the Lead Award that recognizes women who display courage, character, and confidence. She was praised for being Temple University's first female president and an active member of the Philadelphia community. Hart was honored with 3 other Pennsylvania women at the event.
Applications for this year's Spring Fling are now available. Student organizations can sign up for information tables that get lined up along Leacourse Walk during the annual celebration. This year's Spring Fling will take place on main campus on Tuesday, April 12th. To sign up, visit temple.edu/student-activities. Temple's School of Communications and Theater has been selected to receive a $2.4 million grant from the William Penn Foundation. The funding will support the creation of a Center for Public Interest Journalism. The center will be an important part of establishing media outlets that can combat the decline of public affairs and community-based reporting. The grant is SCT's largest gift in the school's 44-year history.
Researchers across colleges and universities in the United States are looking to increase the percentage of minority students who study abroad. According to a study by the Research in Higher Education, only 19% of minority students spend a semester studying in another country. Temple's numbers are higher than the national average. Nearly 25% of Temple's minority students study abroad. Students have the chance to turn their ideas into action in the first annual Design Week Challenge North Broadband. Students will create proposals for economically sustainable solutions to urban issues. The competition is organized by the Center for Design and Innovation and the City of Philadelphia. Mayor Michael Nutter hopes local institutions can transform neighborhoods through economic and community development.
Coming up on Temple Update, Joe Polinsky will come by to tell us about a very busy week for Temple Athletics.
We'll be right back.
Still to come on Temple Update, in sports, the men's and women's basketball teams are both headed to the big dance. And a popular cheesesteak giant is giving back to the community when Temple Update continues.
Hey, welcome to the Sports Desk. I'm Joe Polinsky. The men's basketball team traveled to Atlantic City for the Atlantic 10 tournament. The Owls defeated the LaSalle Explorers 96-76 in Game 1, but found themselves tangled in a spiderweb in Game 2, falling to Richmond 58-54, ending their 3-year run as conference champions. And with their semifinal loss, that did not stop the Owls from hearing their name called on Selection Sunday. The Owls were awarded the number 7 seed in the West region and will come up against the 10th seeded Penn State Nittany Lions in Tucson, Arizona. You might as well just play this game in Hershey, but I have one thing to say. We are ready. And as we tango across the dance room floor to the women's basketball team, the Owls also heard their name called. The 10th seeded Owls will face off with number 7 seed Arizona State in Salt Lake City, aka President Ann Weaver Hart's hometown. The women come into the tournament with a 23-8 record overall. Our own Josh Rottenberg is following the men's basketball team around the country as they compete in the NCAA tournament. Since he's been out in Arizona, he found one intriguing fan who has gotten some inside access. Here's his story.
Yeah! Shane Stern is a 37-year-old man. One of his favorite things to do is watch wrestling. However, there's something he loves more than anything else: Temple basketball.
When Temple comes up, that's his team.
Not much. But there's one thing that separates Shane from the average fan. He was born with Down syndrome. As we interviewed him, it was tough to understand and comprehend the words he was using, but he made sure he was loud and clear.
You gonna win the whole thing?
Are they gonna win the whole thing?
Oh, okay.
National championship?
National championship.
Bob Stern is Shane's dad. He was a former Temple professor before he moved his family out to Tucson. Now, he assists Shane with his communication and helps to reinforce his son's points.
Show them how they're going to win.
Tell me how they're going to win.
Stand up and show me.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, you can stand up.
Show me how they have to play defense. They got to keep their hands in. That's the critical thing.
Yeah.
Is that what they have to do?
Yeah.
Hands up?
Hey up.
Shane loves all the basketball players, but he's made a closer connection with two of Temple's head coaches, John Chaney and Fran Dunphy.
I can't remember the exact moment, actually. It was a gradual thing, but an incredibly close friendship, but a very cordial relationship.
I talk to him probably a couple times a year, and that's just a good family who cares so much about Temple.
You can find any number of Temple fans in the city of Philadelphia, but their most passionate and loyal fan may be right here in Tucson, Arizona. Reporting for Temple Update, I'm Josh Roltenberg.
And guys, it's funny, but sometimes you get sent to cover a sporting event and come back with something that's even a lot more important.
Yeah, a great story, and hopefully the team can keep winning so you can keep doing sports, Joe.
Oh, thank you. I hope so.
Thanks so much, Joe.
All righty.
And now it's time once again for the Update Music Trivia Question of the Week.
Here's Alyssa Miracle.
St. Patrick was from Ireland, and so was one of the best-selling music groups in popular music. This brings us to the Music Trivia Question of the Week. According to iTunes, what is the Irish rock band U2's best-selling song? Is it A, Beautiful Day, B, Vertigo, or C, I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For? I'll be back in 60 seconds with the answer. And the answer is A, Beautiful Day. The Dublin, Ireland natives have won 22 Grammys, more than any other band, and are members of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This has been the Music Trivia Question of the Week. I'm Alyssa Miracle. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Lindsay Keeler is here with this week's entertainment report. She has information on an exhibit at the Tyler School of Art.
I do. Thanks, Cherry. Each spring, Temple University's Tyler School of Art Masters of Fine Arts candidates participate in a series of solo thesis exhibitions. The thesis exhibits are the culmination of each student's two-year career at Tyler. The series includes students from all Tyler departments and an array of media, including painting, sculptures, and photography. Unless otherwise noted, receptions take place every Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. throughout the Tyler School of Art. Philadelphia cheesesteak king Tony Luke has created a recipe for global unity. Eat for Peace is a day where kids from different races and cultures get together and bring food from their cultures to share with one another. Luke says he came up with the idea last year when he traveled to the Middle East. He hopes to get 500,000 kids around the world to participate in Eat for Peace is set to take place on April 11th. And the Tomlinson Theater is hosting a new play in the coming weeks. The play, titled A Flea in Her Ear, is a comedy that takes place in turn-of-the-century Paris and is about a jealous wife's plot to stop her husband's cheating. Tickets are available through the Tomlinson Theater box office as well as online at brownpapertickets.com. The play runs from March 23rd through April 3rd. And Temple's Bookstore will interview Dancing with the Star diva Cheryl Burke live on Twitter. The dancing teacher just published the book Dancing Lessons, which tells the story of how she turned tragedy into triumph. Students can follow the interview online if you tweet. You could also win a copy of Burke's book. The live interview will take place on March 17th between 8:30 and 9 p.m. Search Cheryl BNC on Twitter to follow along. And the city comes alive with people roaming the streets to see the local arts around in display. It's known as First Friday. And the streets of Philadelphia and surrounding art galleries in Old City come alive. Updates Abby Rozier has more.
The city comes alive with people roaming the streets to see the local artists around the area display their work. It is known as First Friday, where the streets of Philadelphia and surrounding art galleries in Old City open their doors to the public.
First Friday it's awesome. It's a good time for, coming, hang out with your friends and seeing art that's going on around here. I come every Friday just to, as I said, to see what's going on and to see, especially I'm a graphic design major and I love this. This is very, different from what they usually have here, but it's an awesome, it just shows you how diverse it is.
Welcoming galleries lure the public in with artwork, jewelry, food, and champagne. Over 40 galleries participate in First Friday, which has become signature to Philadelphia. Most galleries are located between Front and 3rd and Market and Vine Streets, and is located less than 3 miles from campus. And the galleries aren't the only place to find artwork. It follows outside, where entertainment, music, and art fill the streets. First Friday is on the 1st of every month and is a great way to venture around the city and celebrate the upcoming spring weather. Reporting for Temple Update, I'm Abby Rozier.
I've never been to a First Friday event, but I definitely should check one out.
It seems really, really cool, and the art is fantastic.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, I could definitely stand to absorb a little culture. So
Thanks.
While we were covering the Atlantic 10 tournament in Atlantic City, we stumbled upon a very special moment. The St. Patrick's Day parade on the boardwalk was the scene of a New York City firefighter asking his girlfriend for her hand in marriage. Thankfully, she said yes, and in front of all those watching.
A woman in South Carolina is celebrating her 50th birthday by running 50 miles. Sandy Smith is going the distance by joining with fellow joggers to run the ultra marathon, and this one bears her name. Smith says her family and friends are supporting her every step of the way, and with each step, the marathon also raises money for autism. Her daughter has it, and Smith says the race is in her honor.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Temple Update. Remember, you can always search for us by searching Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for Temple Update.
You can also watch us on TUTV, Comcast Channel 50, and Verizon Channel 45. For Dan Koob and the rest of the Update team, I'm Cherry Gregg. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.